Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Pre-Test Show. I'm Max, and I'm joined again by the one and only Kiki.
Hello everyone, I have my thinking cap on, and I am ready to go.
I'm glad to hear it, because today is all about putting your knowledge to the test. This is our practice test for a super important topic for Alabama drivers: how you can lose your driver's license.
That's right. In our main episode, we broke down all the theory: cancellation, revocation, suspension, and that tricky Alabama point system. If you haven't watched that yet, or if you need a quick refresher, the link is right there in the description.
But if you're all studied up and ready to see how well you've retained that information, you are in the perfect place. We've got 20 questions, all based on the official Alabama driver manual, to get you ready for the types of topics you'll face on the real exam.
And I'll be answering right along with you so you can see how you stack up. No pressure, right, Max?
None at all. So for everyone at home, get ready to play along. Kiki, are you ready to be our champion and take on the Pre-Test Show practice test?
I'm ready to be the champion for all our listeners out there. Hit me with your best shot, Quiz Master Max.
All right, let's start with a big safety one. Question 1. What is the point penalty for passing a stopped school bus? Is it A, 2 points, B, 3 points, C, 4 points, or D, 5 points?
Okay, right out of the gate with a crucial one. I remember being super emphatic about this because it's so important. It's not the absolute highest penalty, which was 6 points for reckless driving, but it was right up there in the next tier. It's definitely more than 2 or 3. I'm feeling very confident about this one. My answer is D, 5 points.
And your confidence is well placed. D, 5 points is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Excellent start. 1 for 1.
Yes. Okay, feeling good. What's next?
Question 2. What is a reason for mandatory license revocation? Is it A, using a vehicle in a felony, B, racing on highways, C, speeding 26 miles per hour over the limit, or D, following too closely?
Ooh, okay, revocation. That's the big one, the one where they make you start all over again. I remember you made the joke about being a getaway driver in a heist movie. The other options are bad, but they fall under points or suspension. But using your car for a felony, that's definitely go back to driving school, do not pass go. I'm locking in A, using a vehicle in a felony.
And you are locking in another correct answer. A is exactly right. You're on fire.
2 for 2. Bring it on.
Here we go. Question 3. For suspension purposes, for how long do traffic conviction points retain their value? Is it A, 1 year, B, 2 years, C, 3 years, or D, 5 years?
Okay, this is about the point system itself. I remember you kept repeating the phrase, points in a something, period. It feels like a really important detail. I'm pretty sure it's not super short, like 1 year, but 5 years seems too long. I'm going to go with what you kept repeating. My answer is B, 2 years.
And that is exactly right. B, 2 years. Fantastic. You avoided a very common trap on that question, where people confuse it with how long things stay on their insurance record.
Yes. Okay, my focus is paying off. Let's keep going.
Let's do it. Question 4. Which action results in a driver having to pass all examinations again to be relicensed? Is it A, suspension, B, cancellation, C, a point warning, or D, revocation?
All right, I'm ready for this one. I remember this clearly. Suspension is a timeout. Cancellation is when the license was invalid from the start. But the one where you are back in line with all the teenagers, taking the road test all over again, that's the most serious one. That has to be D, revocation. It's like you're fired from driving and have to reapply for the job. Final answer, D.
And you're still on a perfect streak. D, revocation is correct. Fantastic, Kiki.
Whew. Okay, I'm trying to stay focused. Let's keep the streak going.
Question 5. Reckless driving will add how many points to your record? Is it A, 2 points, B, 3 points, C, 5 points, or D, 6 points?
Reckless driving. This was one of the heavy hitters we talked about. It was at the very top of the point scale. We just established that passing a school bus was 5 points, and I know reckless driving is considered the most severe in the point system. So it has to be the highest value on the list. I'm going with D, 6 points.
You are absolutely right again. D, 6 points is correct. That's the biggest single point penalty you can get.
Nailed it. Okay, what else you got?
Question 6. What is the consequence for a first offense DUI? Is it A, license cancellation, B, mandatory revocation, C, license suspension, or D, a written warning?
Okay, the key word here is first. I remember we specifically contrasted this with a second offense. The second one was the big bad revocation. So the first one is the step before that. It's definitely not just a warning, and it's not cancellation. It has to be the timeout. My final answer is C, license suspension.
That is a perfect breakdown of the logic. C is correct. A first offense DUI leads to suspension. Great job.
Yes, I'm really getting the hang of this.
You are. Let's test your math. Question 7. If a driver gets 13 points in a 2-year period, their license will be suspended for how long? Is it A, 30 days, B, 60 days, C, 90 days, or D, 120 days?
Oh boy, the numbers. Okay, I remember the starting point for suspension was 12 points, so 13 points is in that very first bracket, but I'm not sure how long. 60 days or 90 days? 90 days is 3 months. That sounds like a serious penalty. Maybe they start off strong to make a point. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to guess C, 90 days.
Ooh, so close. And there goes the perfect streak. That's a perfect example of how these numbers can get jumbled up when you're under pressure. You're right that 90 days is on the list, but that's for the next tier, from 15 to 17 points. The very first penalty, for 12 to 14 points, is B, 60 days. A great teaching moment.
Ah, okay. 60 days is the starting point. Got it. Thank you for clearing that up. I'm ready for the next one.
Let's switch gears. Question 8. Committing fraud on your driver license application is grounds for A, cancellation, B, suspension, C, revocation, or D, 6 points.
Ooh, I remember this one. This was the very first thing we covered. It's not that you did something wrong while driving. It's that you shouldn't have gotten the license in the first place because you lied. You said it was like the license was void. That specific word. It wasn't revocation or suspension. It was A, cancellation.
That is exactly right. A, cancellation is the correct answer. A great way to get back on track.
Whew, glad to get one right after that mistake. Okay, I'm feeling confident again.
Question 9. How many reckless driving convictions within 12 months cause a mandatory revocation? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
Another specific number. I definitely remember talking about a 3 strikes rule. But my brain is mixing that up with something we said about GDL licenses, where there was a rule about just 2 violations. This is a revocation, which is super serious, so maybe the number is lower? I'm getting confused. I'll try to go with B, 2.
Ah, and you have found another classic pitfall. You're absolutely right to remember the 2 violations rule for GDL drivers. That leads to a suspension. But for this specific, very serious case of mandatory revocation for any driver, the 3 strikes rule is the correct one. The answer is C, 3. It's a great example of why you have to keep those different rules separate in your mind.
Oh, man! That's exactly what happened. They got tangled up in my head. Okay, 2 mistakes so far. I need to focus and nail the rest of these questions.
You can do it. Question 10. Your license may be suspended for A. Racing on the highways, B. A second DUI conviction, C. Making an improper turn, or D. Unauthorized use of a vehicle.
All right, focus, Kiki. The question is about suspension. A second DUI and unauthorized use of a vehicle. Those were both on the revocation list. But racing on the highways, I remember your Fast and the Furious joke. That was definitely on the suspension list. Final answer, A, racing on the highways.
And you are back in the winner's circle. A is the correct answer.
Yes. Okay, this is my redemption. My focus is back. Let's do this.
Question 11. How many points are given for speeding 26 miles per hour or more over the limit? Is it A, 2 points, B, 3 points, C, 5 points, or D, 6 points?
Okay, major speeding. I remember this. It was in the same category as passing a stopped school bus, which we already established was 5 points. It's a serious safety violation. It has to be C, 5 points.
That is a perfect piece of associative memory. C, 5 points, is correct.
I'm building a little mental map of the point values now. What's next?
Question 12. A driver is convicted of a second DUI. What is the mandatory action for their license? Is it A, mandatory revocation, B, a 90-day suspension, C, 6 points added, or D, a reinstatement fee only?
Okay, we just talked about this. I know this one for sure. The first DUI is a suspension. The second time, they bring down the hammer. It's the most serious consequence. A, mandatory revocation. Final answer.
Correct. You've got the DUI progression down perfectly. A, revocation, is the right answer.
Okay, I'm in the groove. Let's keep it rolling.
Question 13. What is the suspension period for accumulating 24 or more points in a 2-year period? Is it A, 90 days, B, 120 days, C, 180 days, or D, 365 days?
Okay, this was the grand prize for the worst score in the game. This is for the absolute worst of the worst point collectors. If you manage to hit 24 points, they take your license for a very, very long time. It has to be the longest option. My final answer is D, 365 days.
And you have aced it. A full year. D is correct.
A full year? Yikes. That's a serious motivator to drive safely.
Absolutely. Question 14. Your license may be suspended upon a first conviction for A, manslaughter with a vehicle, B, following too closely, C, making an improper turn, or D, fleeing a police officer.
Okay, another suspension question. I need to find the one that fits. Manslaughter is revocation. The other two are point violations. But fleeing a police officer was on that long list of specific things that get you a timeout. I'm going with D, fleeing a police officer.
You are navigating these categories like a pro. D is correct.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep the 3 big categories straight in my head.
It's working. Question 15. How many points are given for disregarding a stop sign? Is it A, 2 points, B, 3 points, C, 5 points, or D, 6 points?
Disregarding a stop sign, it's more than a minor lane change, but not in the 5 or 6 point category. I remember it was in the same group as following too closely. I'm going to say it's B, 3 points.
Another bullseye. B, 3 points, is exactly right. You're doing great.
5 questions left. Let's finish strong.
All right, question 16. A driver license may be suspended if you A, fail to pay a traffic ticket, B, use a car in a felony, C, are convicted of manslaughter, or D, commit perjury to the director.
Okay, what leads to suspension? Let's use elimination. Using a car in a felony, manslaughter, perjury. Those were all on the big bad revocation list. But failing to pay a ticket, I remember you saying handle your business because ignoring it leads to trouble. And that trouble is suspension. So the answer is A, fail to pay a traffic ticket.
Perfect deductive reasoning. A is the correct answer.
This is a mental workout. I love it.
Here's a tough one. Question 17. Failing to stop and identify yourself after a crash involving death or injury leads to A, a 90-day suspension, B, mandatory revocation, C, 6 points added to your record, or D, a warning letter from the director.
Ooh, a hit and run. This is one of the worst things a driver can do. I'm trying to place it in the system we learned. 6 points was the maximum for a single violation, like reckless driving. This seems at least as bad, if not worse. So it would have to get the most points possible, right? I think I'll go with C, 6 points added to your record.
That's a very logical line of thinking, and it highlights a crucial point about the whole system. You're right, this is one of the worst offenses, but it's so severe that it's actually outside the point system entirely. The point system is for things that lead to a suspension. The most serious acts, like this one, skip the points and go straight to the ultimate penalty. B, mandatory revocation. A fantastic question to clarify that distinction.
Wow, okay, so some things are just too bad for points. That makes total sense now. Okay, 3 more. I can do this.
All right, question 18. Following another vehicle too closely results in A, 2 points, B, 3 points, C, 4 points, or D, 5 points.
Tailgating. I just mentioned this one when I was thinking about the stop sign question. I said they were in the same category. So my logic should hold. The answer is B, 3 points.
And your logic does hold. B, 3 points is correct. Excellent recall.
Yes! Okay, second to last question.
Let's see. Question 19. How many points are assessed for improper lane violation? Is it A, 2 points, B, 3 points, C, 4 points, or D, 5 points?
Improper lane violation. This feels like the small stuff we talked about, the everyday mistakes. It was in that big category with forgetting a turn signal. I'm pretty sure that's the lowest tier. I'll say A, 2 points.
And you are exactly right. A perfect example of a 2-point violation. Great job.
Okay, I have to get this last one right to stick the landing.
You can do it. Here is the final question. How many points are assessed for failing to yield right-of-way? Is it A, 2 points, B, 3 points, C, 5 points, or D, 6 points?
Okay, failing to yield. This is a big one for causing accidents. It's a serious safety violation. This feels like it belongs in that higher tier with passing a school bus and extreme speeding. My final answer is C, 5 points.
And you have stuck the landing. C is the correct answer. Kiki, that was an absolutely incredible performance. 17 out of 20 correct. You are officially prepped and ready to go.
Thanks, Max. That was a real mental workout, but I feel so much more confident now. It really shows how important it is to practice. I hope everyone playing along at home feels that way too.
Absolutely. That's what this is all about. And to all of you at home, how did you do? Let us know your score in the comments below. If you missed a few, don't worry. That's exactly what this practice is for.
Exactly. Just use this as a guide to see which areas you need to review. In the main theory episode, every practice test gets you one step closer to passing the real thing.
You've been listening to the Pre-Test Show. If you found this practice session helpful, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when we post our next theory and test episodes.
Until then, study hard, drive safely, Alabama, and we'll catch you on the next one.